preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cousins now. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Cousins. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
It's a gain of 6.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
14.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They run for it with Carson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Carson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 17 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. While we have a second, wanted to check in on how the first-year head coaches are doing, because Week 1 was not very kind to them. They went 1-6-1. Matt LaFleur was the only winner. But Week 2, not a ton better, Charles. They were 3-5.
And really not a surprise. And remember, Freddie Kitchens and Adam Gase squared off on Monday night with Freddie Kitchens and the Browns getting the victory. But Bruce Arians, Matt
looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
This is Homer. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. going on the ground with Homer. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. On second down, Cook. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Third and short yardage, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he's able to find Diggs. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now the hit come. Quick strip. The ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. 14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The Vikings on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Cousins. That is Cook right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, 30 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, they got the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it at a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
What? 54, right there. Hey, 0, 0, 0. Alert.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. They run again with Carson. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. This is Carson, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Hey, 0-0-0. Alert. Mike 5-4. One left.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he comes back with one complete. They can't tackle him. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Cousins now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Seahawks 21.
On first down, Cook. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And he works his way forward for about 4, up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Cousins.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Team 6.
Cousins to throw it. Going deep for Diggs. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 30 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run this with Homer, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And look at this. this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Cousins. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Wilson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. He finds some open field here. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Call it a 3-yard game, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.